Hello Leo, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly read from the 28th of October to the 3rd of November. Firstly, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody for subscribing to my channel. Welcome on board all the new likers. I hope you enjoy the readings, and also invite any new people out there into our fold. I'm very, very happy with the way that the channel's progressing. I've had the pleasure of doing some really beautiful readings for you, and I'm enjoying the journey. So thank you. If my readings don't resonate with you, I do not take it personally. No need to comment. Just move on and find someone who does. But think about, before you do that, to check out your moon sign, your rising, and also your Venus, because very often they have messages for you there that your sun sign does not. Okay, the cards I'm using are the Thelema Tarot, and let me tell you, they have been jumping out completely so much in this shuffle for you, Leo. So there must be messages coming through for you here. So, all right, energy of the week is King of Swords. Now, I think I've moved to my camera there. We might just move it back this way a little bit. King of Swords can be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. It's a person that is very good with his words. He's logical. He's very in tune with the world, but sees it in a very scientific way. Sometimes this card can have a negative energy of someone who can be manipulative or controlling. The other thing this card can sometimes represent is surgeons, doctors, lawyers, and people in business positions where they're required to do a lot of talking, thinking, and work things out in a very logical manner. I actually had this one yesterday, and it was somebody from IT. So it's about people who have to do jobs in a very logical way. They're not as creative, they're not as passionate, they're just trying to do things in a very logical manner. But he's much quicker than, say, a Pentacle King, who thinks everything out in a very sort of calculated way. This is much more an energy of using logic. Okay, so you could be dealing with a person like that, or it could be the energy, Leo, that you need to take on this week. Let's see why. Beautiful, straight out of the gate, Ace of Wands, loving it. So for you this week, this is a new week of passion. It could be about love. We will see as we move forward, but this is about you having a new start here. And this new start is very hot and fiery. So it could be that you've got a job that you love. You could be starting a project, a hobby, but something you really enjoy doing here. How funny. I've just shuffled the cards quite well too in between. The Ten of Wands came out for the last reading as well, which was Scorpio. You have, I think it was Scorpio. They start to run into each other after a while. Now, I think the cards were reversed in the last reading, but this is about you putting down some sort of weight. So whatever you've been carrying around for a while, you're about to finish out a cycle here and make a new start on something. So you could be starting something up with an air sign, could be a business, could be a project, could be something, but you love doing this. It's something you really like to do. Okay, here you are. You've manifested something here. So very much a feeling here that perhaps you've manifested a new beginning. This could be about work. And there's been a few work and business readings today, so it very much could be about work here. But there's this feeling that you need to put something down to move forward. Now again, it could be about a relationship, but I don't have any cups yet, and I don't have a feeling about it being about love. Okie dokie. Now we have the Devil here, the Devil energy. Okay, now the Devil can talk about addiction, lust, codependency, ego, quite a lot of the negative things. So I just want to have a quick look at this for you here, because there's this feeling here that you needed a new start. So you could have come through a period of time where you've dealt with an addiction, and you have a new start after being able to, because the Magician looks to me like you've mastered this. So it could be that you've mastered something from your past. You could have mastered codependency. You could have mastered understanding how your ego plays a part in your day-to-day life. But something here you have mastered. You're now able to put down this thing from your past and start anew. Definitely some sort of addictive behavior. Could have been understanding that you were a player. Perhaps you now put this down and you want to have a life where you have more stability and you're with someone, but for the long haul. Something you're doing here. Let's read a little bit more. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So it's very possible that you've been trying to accumulate wealth. Maybe you've got past a period of poverty in your life. You know, with the Devil here, it can talk about having a poverty consciousness. So maybe you've been able to get past that, Leo, because you're starting to make money here. So it could be that you've got something off the ground too. Now I have the card of the Wounded Warrior here. This is a very deep reading, Leo, because the Wounded Warrior is a person who's done something many, many times. You've been cycling something here. And now you've got to a point in your life where you put up some sort of boundaries here to stop this from occurring. You're very wounded from something that's been happening in the past. It's stopped you from accumulating wealth. You know, there may be people here who've come out of prison, out of jail, out of rehab, because something you're putting down in order to move forward you've manifested it. So you've obviously worked towards this. And I feel like it's been a very, very difficult time, because this Wounded Warrior and the Ten of Wands says to me you've been carrying a lot of burdens during this time. But you've been able to release this Devil energy, which is really good, and move away from the Devil energy, which is fantastic. So whatever this Devil energy was for you, you know, as I said, it sometimes has a feeling of addiction, codependency. Maybe you've walked away from a relationship that was very codependent, and maybe there's a settlement now that you've started anew. But you're definitely putting your burdens down and restarting. This is lovely. So we have the Eight of Wands here. I love this card, and it's hardly come out the last few days. Now, the Eight of Wands talks about you receiving something very quickly, and it's generally something that comes either through email or message. But the other thing that connects to the Eight of Wands is this feeling of love arrows. So it may be... There's a Temperance card here as well. So I may have to do a little bit of a recap before I put the last cards down. You've definitely been working hard to bring balance back into your life, and you've started making money now, whereas back here it looks like you weren't doing anything. You've been resolving a lot of your own personal stuff back here. So I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, and the Magician tells me that. The Ace of Wands tells me there's a new start. I know that in the beginning here we looked at the this card, which can, you know, this could be something to do with going through counselling, having somebody working with you on where you are in life, but you've obviously cycled this lots of times with this Nine of Wands here, because it talks about, you know, putting up boundaries, putting up, protecting yourself, because you've been through things many times and it's very difficult for you to protect yourself. But you're moving away from this energy now, and there's definitely something coming towards you because of that. Because you've balanced yourself out, you've got something coming in. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. You have been trying to pull yourself out of something that's held you back in order to walk towards this Queen of Pentacles. That could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But this is the object of your journey. This is what you wanted. And you have worked really, really hard to move towards this person. So you've obviously been healing. You've been understanding yourself. You could have been enlightened here. You're able to put down the things that held you back in the past, which could have been addiction. Look, they could be addicted to anything here. It could have been addicted to spending money. It could have gambling, because I've got this 10 of Pentacles here, and it's now you're accumulating money and wealth. But you're moving away from things. But the one thing I love about this is you're learning how to protect yourself now. So you've understood what addiction is. It's not something to blame on a person. It's some issue or problem that you have either learned from someone else, or you've learned because it's filled a gap in your body, in your soul. It could have been alcohol addiction, but whatever it was, you're moving away. You've brought this beautiful balance into your life, and you're moving towards this person. Now, there is no love here. So I'm not sure what this person and the significance of this person is. It could have been that you were married to them before and you're moving back to them. It could be that this is just representation of something that you've always wanted that you've never been able to achieve. But you're definitely moving towards this now. The other thing, it could be too, because this is a very general read for Leo, it could be this is the person you aspire to be. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a very practical, down-to-earth woman who, you know, is quite in control of her kingdom, understands the value of money, that type of thing. So it could be this is who you aspire to be by bringing in temperance and putting some boundaries down. Okay, so we have transgression again. I just read this card for someone else. How interesting. 41. Okay, so transgression, it says, when we go against our integrity, our soul will let us know. And if we continue to deny that inner voice, the universe will show us where we are going wrong. And it says, make amends, take stock, assess and redirect, and come back into harmony with the voice of your soul. So what, in fact, this journey has been for you, it's been a journey of getting back to yourself. Thanks, Leo.